Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on? James here, and welcome to my UFC 271 predictions. So, let's get into this then. So, the first fight I'll be predicting will be Renato Moicano versus Alexander Hernandez. Now, I watched a bit of Thiago Moises versus Alexander Hernandez, and in that fight, because I haven't watched a lot of Alexander Hernandez, I've only really watched the Cowboy fight and a few little bits and pieces here and there. And there ain't even a lot of footage of him on YouTube, surprisingly. So I watched the fight with him and Moises, and it just seemed like he was just hitting air all the time. He was throwing loads and loads of stuff out there, but he was just hitting air constantly. He sort of leaned forward with his guard up, big wide stands because I guess he didn't want to go to the ground with Moises, and who blame him really. And he was just hitting air so often. And I thought, damn, like he's throwing a lot out there, but he ain't landing at all. And Renato Moicano, he has an amazing 1-2, which will definitely land down the pipe against Hernandez, and absolutely brilliant low calf kicks. He did that amazingly against Calvin Cater, so you'd imagine that he will be able to do well, a guy like Alexander Hernandez, I'm not being mean or anything, but like, come on, Renato Moicano, he's definitely going to be able to slap those leg kicks in there. And also, Hernandez is not going to want to be taken down by Renato Moicano because, like, Renato's grappling is just phenomenal. So I think Hernandez will keep getting hit by that 1-2, that heavy 1-2, and the low calf kicks. He'll eventually try and get taken. He'll eventually try for the takedown, and then Renato Moicano will most probably reverse the position, like butterfly hook him, and then get on top or get in his guard and eventually pass the guard and just submit him. So I'm guessing Renato Moicano third round submission. Here we go then. Derrick Brunson versus Cannonier. Yeah, I mean Brunson, I've just kept doubting him constantly, just constantly. I can't remember the last time I ever picked him to win a fight, to be honest. Just constantly doubting him all the time. And in recent times, he's proved me wrong against like blah 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 against Edmund Shabazian, Darren Till, Kevin Holland. He has totally proved me wrong. And who were the other people he fought? Ian Heinisch and Elias. Oh, I can't read that, but yeah. So he's proved me wrong in recent times, and he's still an underdog. Look, plus 155. And Cannonier is a slight favourite. He beat KG, obviously lost to Whittaker, and then he won these previous ones. Jack Manson. I can't remember the other people. Yeah, Jack Manson. Oh, he beat Silver, yeah, of course, because of the leg kick. Yeah, and David Branch, he flattened him. He flattened David Branch. Fair play to Cannonier. I know he's got amazing takedown defense and what have you. Like his takedown defense looked great against Gastelum. And to be fair to him, this is a really interesting fight because, like, against Gastelum, Cannonier, bap, 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 loads of jabs in his face from the southpaw stance, then dropped him with a big hook. Did some cheeky leg kicks as well, and he was able to defend takedowns with his absolute brute strength, but that's because of the size difference as well. I'm not saying every takedown was defended with brute strength, but at one point, Cannonier committed with a humongous right hand, and then Calvin went under for the double leg, and Cannonier just was able to defend it with brute strength because of the size difference, because he is a humongous guy, and he fought at light heavyweight, fought at heavyweight, and now fighting at middleweight. Well, for a while, he's been fighting at middleweight. But Brunson is a pretty big guy, and also he is a far better wrestler than Calvin Gastelum, isn't he? Far better. But the striking is the worrying thing for Brunson, isn't it? Because his best offense is the big left hand. And then, like, look at what happened against Till. Brunson threw that big left hand. Till was a bit like, woo, because he was probably thinking, oh, I'll go for the takedown, because Brunson does the cheeky level changes. And then when Brunson threw the big left, Till brought his hands up and got taken down, and the rest was history. I mean, fair play to Till for taking so many punches and absolute utter punishment on the ground, but he just seemed really slow with his movements on the ground, and Brunson just kept posting and landing ground and pound, and eventually got the submission, didn't he? But the way I see this fight going, oh man, it's a difficult one, but I'm going to go for Brunson this time. I keep doubting him 24/7, so I've just got to pick him this time. I just feel like he'll be able to get the job done, he'll be able to wrestle him. I don't know about a submission. Maybe gas Cannonier out and get the cheeky submission. don't know. But I think it's most probably. I think it'll be a third round TKO. I feel like towards the end of the third round, because obviously it's towards the end of the fight, Brunson will be absolutely emptying the gas tank and most probably get the finish on Cannonier. So, yeah, that's my prediction. Brunson, third round TKO win. The next fight is Derrick Lewis versus Tuivasa. Two ridiculously powerful guys. Honestly, no clues winning this one. Absolutely no clue. Ty seems a bit more varied and quicker in his striking, while Derrick Lewis loads up a lot more. And usually when it comes to people who stand and bang, the smaller guy does better because the big guy has to go in the pocket. It's such a difficult one, but Derrick Lewis is the ultimate counter puncher, isn't he? The equaliser, the big right hand. So I'm just really, really torn, to be honest. I suppose when it comes to this sort of thing, the thing is, in any other division, I'd be going for whoever's got the most skill, I think. Or say if this was like heavyweight, middleweight, whatever, I'd be like, oh well, this guy's got more skill. And in heavyweight, that doesn't apply to Derrick Lewis. Like the laws of physics just don't apply to him, do they? Someone's got a brilliant side control on him. He just gets up and shakes it off like it's nothing. Doesn't use proper technique, just gets up, brute strength. But Ty, in the pocket, I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick. I'm really, really torn. I've gone back and forth with all this stuff. I've just got absolutely no. I mean, okay, he's not that much shorter, 1 inch shorter. I don't know. Ty's got more tools, but Derrick Lewis, it doesn't matter how many tools you got. Look at all the people he's finished. Curtis Blades, he had loads of tools and he was winning for a lot of the fight. Then he got beat. So Volkov, loads of tools, got flattened, winning the whole fight, then got flattened in the last second. Man, this is a difficult one. I'm going to have to go for Derrick Lewis, third round KO, last minute KO on Tai Tuivasa. But man, Tai has got he's going to go for the finishing. I don't know. It's such a difficult one. Yeah, Derrick Lewis, third round KO win. There we go. And here we go, the main event, Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. So, last fight. Well, both guys have been on quite an interesting journey, really, haven't they? Whittaker has pretty much been the gatekeeper. He beat a lot of people who he was thinking would be a good style matchup for him. Darren Till, Cannonier. I don't know if he was thinking of a Calvin rematch. I don't think he's thinking about that now. I remember he was talking about how Till would be an interesting style matchup. I'm fairly sure. I'm certain that he was, almost certain that he talked about, at the end of a fight, he was going on about how Cannonier will be a great next opponent or something. At the end of the day, in the first fight, Whittaker was going all the way in and all the way out, wasn't he? There was no mid-range. He just kept trying to get right in the pocket, and Izzy would just lean back and avoid the shots. So, it's a really, really difficult one. Whittaker's just such a genius and such a beast. But I feel like, he won't be able to get Israel down because Izzy's takedown defense is just brilliant at middleweight. Unless you're a big guy like Jan Blachowicz, you're not really going to be able to take him down. The thing is, something I noticed against Marvin Vettori, and you see it a lot with a lot of fighters, is he relies a shit ton on head movement and pull back, leaning back and pull back counters and what have you. He throws the hooks while he's leaning back. So what I think Whittaker could do, don't bother with the clinch because he's just too tall and too good at posting in the clinch. Again, don't really stay at mid-range and long range because he's brilliant at everything. He's brilliant at sniping, isn't he? And his front kick, while it doesn't look like it's there to hurt opponents, it definitely keeps them back. He's not trying to seriously damage them. He's just trying to, hurt them a little bit, stop them from coming forward. So what I think Whittaker needs to do, to the head, straight punches, preferably jabs most of the time. Maybe the occasional straight right to the head, but mostly just jabs. To the body, jabs and hooks, and fake the takedowns. Don't go for the big looping hooks to the head because that's just going to end badly for him, isn't it? And Izzy just needs to do exactly what he did last time, just be a counter puncher. I feel like it'll be more competitive, but I still feel like Izzy will be able to get the finish. I feel like style-wise, or actually, now I'm going to go for Izzy unanimous decision, to be honest. I feel like Whittaker isn't going to fight like... He's not going to fight like a buffoon like he did in the last one. And even if he will fight smarter this time, but even if he's thinking of going for the finish, he shouldn't. He should just try and grind out a decision. Yeah, but yeah, definitely fake takedowns and go for takedowns. Single legs, double legs, body locks. Do all that shit. Don't bother clinching with him, but attempt it and make Izzy think about it. So yeah, that's my take on that fight then. So Izzy, unanimous decision win. So yeah. All right then. So I'll just predict the rest of the fights on here. Tyler Phillips wins this one. Bobby Green wins this. Arlovsky wins this. Montefiore. Oh, bloody hell. 25-19. What? Montefiore because of the experience, but it's difficult. I don't know much about either of those fighters that much. Alex Perez wins. William Knight wins. Don't know, but I'm going for Ronnie Lawrence. Carlos Ulberg, he wins. Don't know anything about either of these guys. AJ Dobson, Andrade. I don't know. Mike, let's go for this guy. I don't know. Yep. So there we go then. So thank you all so much for watching and have a good one. Whoops, knocked the mic a bit then. Have a good one. See ya. Laters.